American football is the most watched sport in America and the 9th most watched sport in the world. But do you know how American football became the sport that we all know and love today? Today we're going through a brief history of this amazing game. American football originally started off in the mid-19th century as a cross between early versions of football and rugby. The first college football game was played between Rutgers University and Princeton University on the 6th of November 1869. After this match, many other Eastern universities started to play the game with the same rules or with their own different rules. This was until 1873 when representatives of Columbia, Princeton, Rutgers and Yale universities met to make the rules based more upon the London Football Association set of rules. Harvard, though, didn't attend and instead continued with a more rugby-based game called the Boston game. As Harvard's style continued to gain popularity, the Massasoit Convention was held on November 23rd, 1987 to set the new game guidelines based mostly on the rules from England's Rugby Association. The man most responsible from the transition from this rugby-like game to the sport of football we know today was Walter Camp, known as the father of American football. As a Yale undergraduate and medical student from 1876 to 1881, Camp played halfback and served as team captain. He was later a guiding force on the rules board of the newly formed Intercollegiate Football Association, or IFA. Thanks to Camp, the IFA made two key changes to the game. It got rid of the opening scrummage, or scrum, and introduced the rule that a team would give up the ball after failing to move down the field a certain yardage in a certain number of downs. Camp also helped change the game to make 11 players on each team and even create the quarterback position, the offensive signal line calling, and the scoring scale used in football today. In 1892, William Fudge Heffelfinger became the first professional football player when he was paid $500. By 1897, Latobe Athletic Association football team became the first fully professional team, meaning that they paid all of their players. It wasn't all smooth sailing though. During the 1920s, there were three major problems. There was dramatic rise in players' wages, players kept jumping from one team to another, and many players were still enrolled at schools. These problems led to the creation of the American Professional Football Conference. By 1922, the organization changed its name for the last time to the National Football League, or the NFL. The NFL had many rivals, but their biggest was the American Football League. In 1960, they competed for both fans and players until 1970 when they decided on a merger agreement. As part of the merger, the two champions from the AFL and NFL would compete against each other at the end of the season. This was named as the Super Bowl by Kansas City chief owner Lamar Hunt. The first Super Bowl, or Super Bowl I, was played on January 15th, 1967, with NFL's Green Bay Packers beating the AFL's Kansas City Chiefs 35-10. American football now has an average of 16.9 million viewers on TV and digital platforms, and I can only see it growing more. I hope you enjoyed this video and don't forget to subscribe. It helps me a lot and I hope you have a lovely day.